Hello, we are live on Instagram, on Periscope, on Facebook, on Twitch, on YouTube, and I hope that everybody's doing okay. How's everybody doing? Hello. And my name is Neni Carolina Chacin, and this is Songversation, where I sing and coach and give you tips and strategies to go over, to prepare and endure these uncertain times that we're living in. Hello, everybody, online, on Instagram, again, Facebook, Periscope. And I am Neni Carolina Chacin. Like I said, I'm a professional gospel and jazz singer, software engineer, and also a coach for optimizing and automating your life and business, as well as a property investor and a serial entrepreneur and many much more things. But I'm here to teach you some things today. And I'm going to start with the song like I always do. The summer has started, and the theme of today is you can't stop now. You really can't stop. The doors have been opened and we can't stop. We have to continue going. I know that these have been very difficult times for many people. They've been trying. There've been a lot of stress. There've been a lot of commotion worldwide. But now we have to continue being strong and endure for the times that are coming. And I'm going to sing a song called Estate, which was it's a jazz standard that means summer. And we're just the start of the summer. Finally, it's a little bit of sunny times here in Boston. It's been raining since Sunday, so it's been like rain on rain on rain on rain. Cats and dogs, like they say. And finally, it's a little bit of sunny. It's breezy. It's not so hot. But it is the summer, so I wanted to sing you this song. It's a song in Italian called Estate, which means summer. Estate, sei calda come il baci che ho perduto. Sei piena di un amore che è passato, che il cuore mio vorrebbe cancellare. Estate, che il cuore mio vorrebbe. Il sole che ogni giorno ci scaldava, che splendidi tramonti dipingeva, adesso brucia solo con furor. Tornerà un altro inverno, cadiamo 1000 petali di rose, la neve coprirà tutte le cose e forse un po' di pace tornerà. Estate, che ha dato il suo profumo ad ogni fiore. L'estate che ha creato il nostro amore per farmi por morire di dolor. I'll always feel you near me in every song the morning breeze composes, in all the tender wonder of the roses. Each time a setting sun smiles on the sea. Estate, and when you sleep beneath a snowy cover, I'll keep you in my arms just like a lover, and wait until you come again to me. And wait until you come again to me. Estate. The summer is here, but we don't need to stop now. I know that in other circumstances, it will be the summer, we will just take off, right? But there's so much to recover. There's so much to recover financially, in the business, in our lives. There's so much lost time, and there's so many things that we need to do and to experience before we get back to the fall. And there's so many things that we need to catch up with during the summer to be able to recover for all the different things that have happened to our businesses, our lives, in their way of being, right? I was studying something this morning about ways of learning. And a lot of people have been now that you've been at home for some time in the confinement and whatnot, you've been listening to things, you've been watching things on YouTube or different kind of media libraries. You've been doing some courses. Maybe you've been studying some instrument. Maybe you've been reading some books. Maybe you've been taking notes or writing. Maybe you're writing a book that you haven't written, or a song that because you have some time. And you've been learning something. Maybe you've been subscribing to some new courses where you learn about some things in audio or video. And I was learning that each person has a different way of learning. Each person can capture the information that you need to learn from different sources and different areas of your life, say for sales, for marketing, for just knowledge in your own business. There's more information about it. You learn in a different way. And sometimes you can combine the different learning styles. And what I'm saying is that you can put all the different styles together to make it really sink in the knowledge in your brain. And repetition is always very important. The more you listen or watch or write down or read something, the same thing, the more you're going to sink in that knowledge and have it automatically accessible right away in your brain when you need to take a decision or when you need to do something. For example, if you're learning 5 questions to ask when you go into a business or a marketing session where you're going to sell, if you need to memorize five questions or 10 questions or 20 questions, maybe what you need to do is you need to listen to those questions, you need to read the questions, you need to write the questions, and you need to see the questions. So if you combine all the different ways of learning, visual, audio, like writing down the information and also seeing the information, reading it in front of you, then you can probably sink in on the information better. Obviously, different people learn different ways. I am very auditorial, so I learn very well when I listen to things. Because of my singing, of course, I can learn and memorize very easy, especially if it has music to it. So I can memorize a song just by listening to the song once. But you can also stimulate all your senses when you are studying some information that you need for your next job, for preparing for a new interview if you lost your job. So all these different auditorial, visual, and written ways of learning, you can combine to learn better and have the information sink better. For example, let's say you want to learn a new sales technique. Well, you listen to the technique from wherever you are. If you don't have it, if it's coming from a book, for example, that you're reading a sales technique, well, why don't you read it out loud and listen to your own voice? Why don't you record it in an audio device, for example, and then listen to your own voice saying it again? So read it out loud, record it on a device, listen to it, and then look at it. And then you can even write it down. Like, you know how in school sometimes they made you, well, some schools, not all schools, but they made you, like, as a punishment, you need to write this whole page. You need to write this whole page all the way down to memorize. It used to be a punishment in the old times, but it's actually a very good way to learn rules, a very good way to learn information. So you can write it down, and then everything, like from writing, the memory, the visualizing, and everything will make sense, and you will have that information more absorbed than ever. So that's one technique, for example. One thing that I use, for example, things that I need to memorize and have it, I write down big words. Oh, sorry, I'm really tired. you write down big words and you put it in a piece of paper in a place where you're always looking, in your study, or when you wake up, you want to see it right away. Wake up and immediately I try to listen to the things that inspire me and then to new information so that I can capture it right away. Because when you're fresh, your mind is fresh, you can actually capture something very easily and memorize it easier. So in the morning, you can learn some new things. So this is one thing that you can do to help yourself, and there's no time to stop. So just go and out there and learn, and try to learn with all the different ways, so that you can optimize your learning. And like I said, there's no time to stop right now. Hello everybody. Sending me messages saying hi. Yeah, thank you for watching. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you for watching in the replay. So now I'm sharing information about how to learn better, and to know that everybody has their best way. So identify what is your best way and then try to use it. So for example, if auditory is better for you, podcasts are great. Podcasts are a great source of learning because it's all auditory. You just listen to it and that's it. Maybe you learn by watching. So maybe the same podcasts that are broadcasted on YouTube with the interview, maybe you learn by looking at the people speaking it and their expression, and you memorize the information better. Maybe you learn better by reading visual. So you see the word and then actually you capture it better. And then you can write it down again and reinforce that information. So those are the different ways that you can learn, and you can combine them all to reinforce them. Even if you don't want it, this is the moment where you cannot stop. This is the moment to be really ready for what's going on, for what's coming. Like right now, things are opening and some places are shutting down again, but it doesn't matter. You just have to keep on going, keep on learning, keep on applying all the things that you can learn to recover your business, to recover your life, to recover the moments that you missed with your loved ones that you couldn't see. And go out there and enjoy life. Enjoy life in a way that you can never regret, right? So this is a very good moment, and try to absorb. There's a lot of information out there. There's so many apps and podcasts. Find something that really interests you and something that you need to learn from. Like if you are weak on sales, if you're weak on marketing, even if you're not going to do whatever you're going to do, if you're not going to do the task of the marketing person and you're going to do the task of the salesperson, it's always very important to learn about it, because how can you tell the person that's going to sell for you or do market for you what you want? You cannot speak to them in the terms of the marketing terms. I learned a lesson when I did my first album that actually won an award, the Paris Summertime and Wintertime. I wanted my engineer I spoke, my engineer was remote. I was in Paris, my engineer was in Venezuela. So I decided to do that way instead of using a local engineer, because I trusted my engineer in Venezuela. So I had a really limiting problem because I didn't know the terms. If you're there in the studio, you can actually say, oh no, I don't like this, or how about this? No, I don't like it this way. And they'll tweak it and they'll show you the different effects. But how do I express with words? What are the changes that I want? What were the changes that I wanted? I didn't have the lexicon and the terms and the words. So I learned my lesson. And as a result, I went online and I started to study what were the terms for mixing and mastering. So if I wanted more wet, if I wanted more echo, if I want all the different things that I need to know to communicate better with my engineer so that they can do the job the way I want it, because otherwise we waste time, and this is precious time that you can be doing something else, and they could be advancing, you can be publishing, you can be marketing and selling instead. So that is very important, to learn the things that you don't know so that you can even communicate to those that are going to do the job. So that is very, very important. If you're going to go into a space where you don't know very well in the business, then learn about that space, even though you're not going to be the person that's going to do the work. You know, if I'm going to work, for example, for a client that is in the food space, then I learn a lot about food operations. I learn about how does the restaurant work, how does all the chef or the food industry, how do the chefs do the things. I learn everything about it, and so that I can communicate better with my business client. And as a coach, of course, I have to deal with different kinds of businesses, and that's why I'm always attuned of what's going on everywhere in the world, what's going on with every type of business, or what are the problems that different types of business have. And I listen to my coaches to see how they solve other people's problems in their businesses, and then I have information of how to help one of my clients. So this is all for you. Everything that you can learn will be good for your business and your clients. So now let's talk about a little bit about life. This also applies about life, because sometimes you come, you have a problem, you have a neighbor with a problem, you have a friend with a problem, and you can always advise them. As if you learn about different things, then you have words of wisdom to share. That's how all the native tribes in the whole world, right? That's how they share and they create this community where there's one person that knows a lot of life wisdom, and then they can advise everybody in the tribe, right? So by having a global knowledge. So it doesn't mean that you have to be an expert, but at least have some knowledge, some experience in the matter, so that you can actually maybe offer a word of advice, a word of consolation to somebody that is going through a tough time. So speaking about this, I'm going to sing a song called Fields of Gold for you. I think that this song is talking about a message that we all need to hear. You remember me when the west wind moves among the fields of barley. You can tell the sun in his jealous sky when we walk the fields of gold. When she looked her love for to gaze a while among the fields of barley, in his arms she fell as her hair came down among the fields of gold. Will you stay with me? Will you be my love among the fields of barley? And you can tell the sun and his jealous sky when we walk the fields of gold. I never made promises lightly, and there have been some that I've broken, but I swear the days still left, we walked in fields of gold. Sometimes we go out there and we share our lives, and sometimes we don't know the impact that we have on other people. And I urge you to share the wisdom that you have, because we all have a special wisdom in our life. We all have something special to say. We all have something special to give. In your business, in your life, there's something that everybody is out there waiting for you to hear, for you to do for them. And if you go out there and you have no fear and just express yourself, you will find somebody that will be ready to listen to what you have to give. Your product, your service, your message. I think that right now the world needs us. I think right now the world needs our strength. The world needs our help. And we can offer it through an online media. There's lots of people that are out there sharing information, sharing what they know to help others. They're also, of course, selling their products and services, just like I do, right? Like I do free coaching, I do consultation, I do coaching. You can check me on all my social media and my website to see all my services that I provide. But I think the real intent of these sharing online for social media is to really serve as world citizens. We are here to support everybody, to help everybody find a way to cope with these times that are a little bit uncertain for everybody, and that are a little bit up and down, that we don't know what's going to happen, that the conditions when people go to the hospital and they have some regular stuff happening, we don't even know how that's being handled because of the new conditions that we're living. And we have no idea how that has changed. And we need to be prepared for being strong. When I had my surgery, I had a tribe in the hospital with me. But right now, people that have surgeries cannot have a tribe with them to support them. It's not allowed. So how do you heal faster if you don't have your tribe that's supporting you? So we need to be out there for everybody, and we need to fight for a better world every single day, a better condition for all of us, a better way to love each other and accept each other. With all these unrest and difficult times, even in Venezuela, there is a curfew at noon. So while there's things and freedom in Massachusetts, everything's relaxed. There's not much going on. There are different things in place, but there really is a relaxed time. We need to really think about, other places that are not having the freedom and the conditions that we have in Africa, in India, in Asia, and different places, and people are fighting for their life. So share what you know, share what you have, share the knowledge and the wisdom that you have to help other people cope with these situations. If you have a song to share, if you have something to provide as a service or a product that can help the world, the society, your neighborhood, your immediate local environment, then do it. It's our purpose in this life to provide our service so that we can be a better society, a better civilization. I have friends that call me sometimes, and I call them, and we are informing each other about what's going on, and we are supporting each other, see what we can do to survive these times. And I have, thank God, I have my coaches that I've been supporting as well, and have given me tools and strategies to be able to withstand these uncertain times, economic uncertain times, and worldwide uncertain times. I would like to be with my friends in France, with all my choirs singing, and also my choirs here, but I would like to have the life that I was having before in France, in Paris, with my friends, and enjoying the life over there, but I can't because we are not allowed to travel as Americans yet. So we get everything that in life is forcing you to do may be exactly what you need to be. There's something that life is teaching you. So give whatever you need to give, serve whoever you need to serve, get informed, learn. This is not a time to stop. This is not a time to stop and give up. Just don't give up, just hang in there. Things are going to be better. I know that some people are also being asked to change locations, for example, and they don't have a place, but things are going to be okay. Everything's going to be resolved. Just trust. Okay, so this is all for today, and I will see you tomorrow.